go. We live. I don't know what we're talking about. I just don't want to sit here and not talk to my girls. Let's talk about men and, and the
No.
time and the serious little things they do that irritate the crap out of us, like ignoring us when they specifically ask us a question. We give them the answer, and that answer is not sufficient or is not even like acknowledged. That makes me
Uh,
crazy.
well, it started when I was 6.
Of
And
course.
yeah, well, when I was little, I would be asked questions by the male relatives or friends, and you give them an answer like, "Oh, are we going to have this type of ice cream?" And it's like, "No." And then they're like, "So what kind of ice cream are you going to get?" And it's like, "No. We're not allowed ice cream in the house." When we're way too little, it was like, unless it was summer and we were outside, no ice cream.
Yeah. Right.
Because then you turn the house into a sticky mess. And,
I
in the summer, at least you have the option of using the hose or jumping in the lagoon.
Mhm.
Then you get older, and, it's like the whole, like, never had a Valentine's Day, never had a Valentine on Valentine's Day, finally get a Valentine on Valentine's Day. Also, like, was sick that day, so I went home early from school. It was my
Oh,
senior year, and we
oh,
had already discussed like the whole like gift exchange. And basically, it's like, hey, dude, no stuffed animals, nothing expensive, no, no, no.
yeah.
Even though we both had school jobs, or jobs during school, and he gave me a fucking teddy bear. And
Hi,
then
nerdy.
afterwards, he asked me if I liked it. Like, are you? I
But
I already told you no stuffed animals. I hate them.
oh dear. Yeah, it's like, don't ask me if you don't want to know, because I'm going to tell you. And if you're just doing it to placate me, come here, let me slap you. Just come here, let me slap you, because that pisses me off.
I don't think it's placating. I think it's they want your participation, but they don't necessarily want you to say what you're gonna say.
I guess that may be it. I
Hmm.
don't know. I don't know. I get ignored.
Like
Yeah.
when the
What
ex
do you think
showed me
about
the
this?
picture, the ex showed me the picture that he was gonna get tattooed on his shoulder, and he goes, "What do you think?" And I'm like, "Ooh, I hate that." And he was like, "You hate it?" And I'm like, "Yeah. Why would you do that?" Well, 'cause that design's on my motorcycle helmet. Motorcycle helmet? Yeah, I'm buying a motorcycle. This is a helmet, so I'm gonna get the helmet's design attached to my shoulder. I said, "Oh, so you're always going to have that particular helmet?" Yeah, and when you stop riding your I'm never gonna stop riding my motorcycle. You know where this is going.
Yes. It's like, why did you even, yeah, I know. I'm getting tired of it, that whole dismissal thing. I have a huge bias against the male gender. I can't deny it. I cannot. It's just, I've been burned too many times over the years. I've never met one yet that didn't have that problem. of
Oh, they
being either
exist.
condescending or dismissive or just flat out ignoring for no other fact than I'm a woman, I must be dumber. It's like
Well,
it's an automatic. Well, she's a girl, she must be stupider than me, so I must know better. And I'm like,
to be fair to my ex, I was condescending and ignoring, and yeah, it was an even exchange of indifference.
hi Julie, hi Philip.
Julie, Philip,
Hello.
I'm awake.
What about me? I'm perfect. See, that's exactly nerdy what I'm talking about. My husband says that, and when we were dating, he's like, "Why are you so mad? I'm perfect," and that makes me insane because I think he really believes it. To be honest, I think he really believes it that he's perfect and he never does anything wrong. But I don't know. I have. It's like having a sunburn, and when they touch it, it hurts. And so I've been sunburned too many times.
And now it's skin cancer? Is that
Yeah, yeah. Like everything is. I'm just overly sensitive to anything that comes out of a guy's mouth. I know this about myself, and I either can't or don't want to change it. I'm not sure yet.
you're not ready? And you're
No.
making adjustments in your life.
Yes, things they be a change in here lately.
So you're bound to be more opinionated and a little bit, you're making changes in your life, so your regular tolerances aren't there.
Well, I finally figured out that my passive aggressive stuff that I've been doing my entire life doesn't work. It just absolutely doesn't work. And the alternative is to speak up when I feel wronged or, upset or whatever. And I'm not sure that works either. So I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Like, okay, there are times when someone well-meaningfully ignores you. Like, I have a friend who constantly ignores what I say.
Yes.
He'll say, "Oh, you need to look at my car." And I'm like, "I'm not great at diagnosing cars." "Oh, well, you used to work in a garage." "Yeah, but I wasn't a mechanic." "Yeah, but you understand these things more than I do." I go out and I tell him, it's like, "Well, I think it's your alternator," or "I think you need a new battery," or whatever I say, he ends up buying the opposite. Like, he had a problem with his car and he ended up replacing like 2 or 3 different things before he finally tried the one that I suggested, which is the thing that fixed it.
Happens to me all the time.
And it's like, and worse. "Oh, come on over. I need help." Huh? So he's under the car. I'm over the car, or I'm under the car. He's over the car. And we're working on it. And I'm like, this is not the problem. I wish I had like a couple $100 to throw at every single problem.
Yeah, that'd be good. Oh, good for you, Philip. I hope you enjoyed yourself, but this is not about you. So
So funny. What about you, Nadine? I'm sure you've met some people in your life who just ignored everything you said.
Oh,
oh,
yes. More
But you
than
got
once.
listened to the other day, didn't you?
Uh-huh. I get listened to once in a while now.
Bitch.
I know, right?
Don't know
I'm
how
pri-
you got listened to, but
I'm privileged. It must be white privilege or something. I get listened to once in a while.
I doubt it because it was a modder.
True,
I think it's
true.
because you're actually like playing and observing and commenting.
Yeah, yep, yep. I got listened to. Hello.
So there is a silver lining in that cloud.
Yes, there is. Once in a while, you will get listened to. Sometimes,
Not
but
often.
I was watching. Oh, what's their names? They are the behavioral panel,
Uh-huh.
okay.
and they are. It's 4 gentlemen
Of course.
who comments on all kinds of things, and they are like expert in
Okay.
behaviors, basically.
Yeah.
And one guy uh, tries to he will talk to world leaders and helps them with their thing, how to make whatever speech they're trying to make look more believable, and what they need to do to make it look more believable. and
Uh-huh.
and one guy does um, military stuff in how to uh, you know uh, hide your behaviors in doing finding words. Nadine is a problem. Either way, they their whole job is human behavior, and they were doing a looking at some of the apology videos from some famous gamers and other YouTube personalities that have done apology videos and commented on their believability, whether they actually, were believable in their apologies or not.
Okay.
And the one guy was like, sometimes when women cry, it's not because they're upset. It's not because of anything more than they don't feel like they're being listened to.
Frustration.
And they are so frustrated that all they can manage to do is cry because they're just so frustrated.
Yeah, if I'm leaking,
And
run.
I wrote up a response to this, and it took me like a couple of hours, and I ended up getting rid of the damn thing. And
Okay.
but yeah, it was like a couple freaking hour response, like the big huge paragraph just to that part. The rest of it I commented on every other thing, but that one thing Buddy said, I had this biggest paragraph you could ever see. And it was all about, I get it. I know people, including myself, that sit there. You could be talking to people all day long, and in a conversation with somebody where you can tell they're not paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point I was like, pro tip for any guys out there listening to women talk, if she starts crying all of a sudden, she's pissed off because you ain't fucking listening.
Exactly.
And
that should be a t-shirt.
The only thing you can do to fix it, and I'm like, don't try to fix it. The only way you can fix it is to listen to what she's saying. And if she needs you to do anything, she will give clear and concise instructions on what she needs you to do.
Sometimes.
Otherwise, don't do anything but shut your damn yap and listen to what she's saying. Because
Nerdy, I like to watch body language too, so
yeah,
that's one of my favorites.
I'm having a current issue with a male friend who, like, okay, I'll say, I need your help putting together a shelf because 4 hands are so much easier than 2 when you have to balance stuff and put something together. You just need someone to hold something.
Yeah. Just need your extra hands.
Like there are times that living alone is not easy. And it's like,
and even a cat with thumbs can't do it.
He'll come up from New Jersey. He'll ignore me, ignore it, ignore it, ignore it, and then leave. And I'll be sitting there with, something not put together. And it's like, didn't you come up here to help me with the shelf? Well, why didn't you tell me? I asked you 5 times. That was the last time I asked him to do crap, right? Any other time after that, I mentioned something once, and if we don't get it done, we don't get it done. And he says to me, oh, I just realized we didn't do the thing. And it's like, yeah, well, I did ask you, and you didn't help me.
Yeah.
So it's not done. And I have to find someone else to be extra hands for me. Why didn't you remind me? Because I'm not gonna nag you to death.
And I'm not your mama.
And I'm not gonna sit there and cry. Oh, nerdy, I'm at that point where I have like balanced things on my knees, sitting there on the ground trying to figure out how to use my own body as a prop.
Yeah.
It's not like I've got a lot of junk in my house or anything. So it's not like I'm gonna engineer a scaffolding, but fucking hell, I'm so tired of it. I know, and I've cried about it because I'm angry. You know, angry tears, dangerous. They think
Yeah.
it's a menstrual thing. I'm sorry, it's not a menstrual thing. It's a
Who said
personal
that?
thing.
Did somebody over there
Yeah.
say that? No,
Huh?
nobody over there said. Okay, I'm just checking to make sure nobody in the chat said that.
No, I mean in my life, people have said, "Oh, you must be hormonal,"
Yeah.
and it's like, no, I'm angry.
Yep.
There's
I'm
a
angry
difference.
at you because you're a fucking asshole. No, pay
Yeah.
attention.
Oh, but if they want a helping hand, I can go under the car or over the car, or is like, oh, we're gonna go and do the oil change now. You can do an oil change without me,
Yep.
or if you want, I'll do it fucking for you.
Right.
Yep.
But I don't need to help you with the oil change.
Yep. Well, at that point, I would be like, okay, I will help you with this, but first you must help me with this because you said you would. And there's no way we're doing your thing without getting mine done first.
Yeah.
Because we're not putting
well,
my shit off anymore. It always gets put off. That's it.
well,
Yeah,
back then I was just way too
Nice.
forgiving.
Yeah.
And now there's a 6.5 hour drive in between. So if I don't get my stuff done, I don't get my stuff done. But
Yeah.
I'll be like, well, we need to do this. Oh, that only takes a minute. Yeah, well, you visit here what 4 times since the last.
Yeah.
I had to actually borrow a dolly. Okay. What'd you do? We could have moved that. Well, you didn't help me.
Yeah.
Well, you
Yeah.
should have reminded me. How many times do I remind someone of something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then they turn around. Well, if you nag, I'm not a fucking nag. Either
Yeah.
it amazes me the things that they can remember that are just random stuff, and then but if it's something I introduce into the situation, it gets forgotten.
Yeah.
Immediately it's forgotten. Go to the store, there's a list of things. Oh, well, the thing that I asked for didn't even make the list. Much less did he forgot to get it. He didn't even put it on the list when I said it. And it's just that it happens a lot. My other problem is with the whole concept of, if you require certain behavior from people, and in other words, we all have our ways we wish to have things done. If we ask someone to do something,
or not do
or not,
something.
right? If you can't exhibit the same behavior you require from other people, then you need to stop requiring that shit from other people.
I will admit I am a hypocrite.
That kind of boils down to that, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I will admit that I can be hypocritical, but it is the but moment.
Yeah.
Like I do forget and I do require reminding, but it's like, don't ask me to help you with your car if I'm doing the dishes.
Yeah, I'm doing something else. Yeah.
In that case, remind me after I'm done doing the dishes and we'll go outside and do that.
Oh, Randolph's here and Geo Sam. Hi, y'all.
And we're doing well.
So, yeah, I get frustrated. Like I said, if I'm crying, if I'm leaking, you better run, because it usually means I'm mad. Because I don't cry over sad shit anymore. I can't remember the last time I cried over something sad. But when I'm angry, I cry. I cry big time. And I'm about ready to kill somebody.
I think my sadness reserves has been getting lower and lower and lower. Like I'm getting used to it.
Uh-huh.
You get used to
Exactly.
disappointment and heartbreak, and after a while, you just stop leaking.
Yeah, it's like a kind of like, well, you can't hurt me anymore with that, because I've cried my last tear over your shit. I've cried my last tear over that. And I've done that about a lot of stuff in my life.
Oh, and I get the whole, well, we should do blah 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 blah, and it's like, yeah, I've been waiting on you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, you should really uh get your designs on some t-shirts. Yeah, dude, I've been waiting on you.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then there's
Oh,
the
what?
thing where you say, if uh, I need you to do X, Y, or Z. Okay, I'll do that. How do you want me to do it? And you tell them how you want it done or whatever. And it doesn't get done or doesn't even. My biggest problem is that there's usually a cross discussion about why my idea is not acceptable and it needs to be done differently or some other convoluted something, right? And then
Uh-huh.
there's nothing left of what I said until someone else comes around, some other person, and then
And
I
then
get
that makes it
quoted
acceptable.
verbatim, and yet it's not my idea. It's their
Yes.
idea. You
Oh,
know
sorry. It dawned on me something. So
what?
when you're done, let me know when you're
I'm
done, and
done.
I'll
Go
go.
for it, girl.
Go for it. Okay.
Do it.
There's been a numerous amount of conversations that I've been in with somebody, and it's like somebody here. This person, Nadine, knows how to fix this. Yep, this is how you fix that. And then I get argued with over it, and then a guy comes in and says, "This is how you fix that," and it's like, then isn't that just what I said reworded?
Yeah.
And it's the way they're brilliant, and it's like, excuse me.
Yep.
That's happened more than once to me. And
Happens a
it's
lot.
I have stopped helping because obviously I'm not being listened to. So
Yep.
I won't even bother now because you know what? I just ain't gonna get listened to. And yeah, I just no, I'm not. That's I'm not sadistic to the point where I'll just keep trying to do shit for people and
Yeah.
not get listened to for it. Yeah, I'm not quite that sadistic anymore. I used to be pretty sadistic.
Well,
But, at a certain point you realize you're not, you know, capable. Yeah.
to be fair,
Sometimes you just want
to
to
be
vent. You don't
fair,
want somebody to fix anything. You just want somebody to fucking listen. Just
it,
listen.
it's kind of like where the thing you plug your phone into, the car lighter thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that was corroded.
That
Okay.
oh, sorry,
That
I didn't hear that.
that was corroded because of like spilled soda and a couple other things, but that needed to be replaced. It was all corroded out,
Yeah.
so I needed to get a new one.
Uh-huh.
I said to call around. That person ignored me. Spent 5 hours driving around looking for the part. Finally, I borrowed their cell phone, quote unquote, borrowed their cell phone, called, found the thing. Then we were able to go and pick one up. Mind you,
Uh-huh.
it's like a really like $7 part, okay?
Yeah.
5 hours on a $7 part. Mm.
Yeah. 5 hours of driving around on a $7 part.
Yeah.
You
For
probably
one,
spent
yeah,
way more in gas on that $7 part than was
at
necessary.
least $30 worth of gas.
Yeah,
Anyway, so in my car. Anyway,
of course.
then it came to installing the thing. Oh, I can do it. Well, why don't we look up the make and model and just look up a quick YouTube tutorial? There's a YouTube tutorial for everything.
Hmm.
No, I know better.
Of course.
Can't get that thing in, can't get it to stay, can't get it to connect, can't get it to work, can't. Hour and a half in the car. Luckily, it was summertime, so like the sun is about to go down. I go inside, look it up on my tablet, bring the tablet down, put it on the dash, hit play, did everything step by step. It was done in 5 minutes.
Of course.
Of
And
course.
he's like, I knew you were the solution. Why did you fucking listen to me then?
Right?
Is what I'm doing inside.
Hmm.
Yep.
On the outside, I'm like, you're taking me to dinner now.
Yep.
And I angrily ate food.
Ooh, yay.
Angrily ate food. I've done that before. You're
Just
damn lucky you're feeding me right now.
spear the potato and stick it in my mouth and chew it. Spear that potato and stick it in my mouth and chew it.
Yay! Faye,
You know
look!
what I mean. You know what I mean.
Look!
Look
Look!
what?
Look!
What?
I got
What?
butter!
Oh, awesome.
Yay. Okay, sorry, that was
Healthy.
exciting. That,
No, it is. It is.
It
Butter
is
is
really
pretty rare.
exciting.
Good. Thanks for butter.
Save the butter, Ron!
Oh my god, that reminds me. I need to pull that chicken out.
Nerdy. You
Oh.
see, this is how you get people to do stuff for you. Just pretend you're really bad at it, and eventually someone else would take over. Thing is, Nerdy, if I was allowed to hold the item and just do what I wanted to, it would have been done much earlier. But I kept
Right,
being
and then we can do things we
resisted.
want to.
It's like, well, we should do. No. I can figure this out. It's not a puzzle. There are instructions in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. Please read the instructions.
Instructions.
I put together a bookshelf last night. It's literally, well, it was 3 steps, and then step 4 was like, now enjoy your bookcase.
Are
It
you
took
serious?
way longer
Are you
than
serious?
I'm
Are you
serious.
serious?
Yes, it took way longer than it should have because I was helping, you know.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes you just need somebody to hold something. That was me. I'm just holding stuff. And when he'd say, what's the next step? And I would read off what he's supposed to do next. And he would, wrestle it. Goddamn thing won't do right. I'm just like, do you need help? Nope, I got this. Okay.
Oh, do you run into the... Oh, well, okay, the package, it comes with the tools for the package, but, if we get a different tool, we can build it like 30 seconds faster. So
Yeah.
I'll be back in an hour and a half
That has
with a
actually
$60 tool that we don't need because there are already tools in the package to save 30 seconds.
Yes.
Yeah, even though it takes an hour to go get the tools, because that's going to save time, yes.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me.
There's an Allen wrench in there we can use. Nope, we can buy a better...
I don't have the right size. I got to go get it. But it's right here.
It's right with the package. Oh, nope, that won't do. I'm going to have to twist it around 3 times more than I would otherwise.
Yeah, hey, well, we got to be able to do it with a battery operated thing. So,
With me, I just turn around. Dude, you could use the calorie burn. Let's go.
it took us like 3 days to put that sucker together. It was horrible.
It
was horrible.
I just
Could
realized
I slightly
my
switch the
beard.
Go ahead, what?
My beard is long.
Oh, you got to
needed
trim
the
it.
shape.
You need a
Yeah.
shave.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Not,
Sure
not
get it
to
all.
change the topic, but there's something else that's been burning my ass for a while.
Get it.
Ooh.
Go, girl. Change the topic. That's okay. There ain't no topic.
It's just... Okay. I have been cooking for the last, I don't know, 40 years, 40 plus years, either at my grandmother's side or on my own. I've cooked for lots of people.
Mhm.
Suddenly, my buddy is like, oh, when you make meatloaf, you should put this, this, and this in it.
No.
Well, if I do that, it'll end up being a fucking salt lick. And you don't need Worcestershire sauce or Worcester, whatever you want to call it, Worcester sauce in everything.
Yes, you do. I'm sorry, I have to disagree. Worcestershire sauce goes on everything.
Worcester sauce does not go in everything, and not like, oh, well, you put a half a bottle of this stuff in it, and no. Oh, well, when you do that, you need at least 35 different spices. No, you don't.
Nope.
Oh, well, this, that, they all have sodium in it.
Yeah.
They all have sodium. What are you trying to do? Kill yourself? No. Oh well. I just started cooking like 6 months ago, and
Why? Yeah.
and you should make meatloaf like this. I thought you liked my meatloaf. Oh, I do, but you should make it like this because I found this fancy recipe.
But
You
if I
found a
make it that
fancy
way, then it's
recipe.
not my
Have you made
meatloaf
the
anymore.
recipe yet? No.
Then stop talking to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, even though you've been making this recipe for like, I don't know, longer than.
So
Mm.
frustrating.
You
Ah,
uh you remember like my landlady, she's like fantastic A plus, triple A, quadruple A cook
Yeah.
kind of
yeah,
person.
yeah,
She's
yeah, yeah.
fantastic freaking cook.
Right.
And she has to tone things down for me because just for the fact that I'm allergic to
Allergic to everything.
yeah, half the world and maybe the whole world.
Ah,
And so when we had another lady here that when she was living with her husband, he has dementia, so he was at a home. He's since passed away now, but uh, so she was living here, and she was telling Gabriel how to cook because it wasn't like the stuff that they sold in the restaurant that she liked
Oh my
going
God.
to. It didn't really matter what what the food was, but so one night she actually cooked something because this woman, like I said, never cooked. Her husband brought her to restaurants and she never had to cook herself. Well,
oh
she
no.
made something one night. The whole thing had to get thrown out. It wasn't even edible.
Oh,
So
oh
horrible.
dear.
It wasn't even edible. And then she,
Hi, Randolph.
you know, it wasn't her fault and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It was this and that and the other thing. And she tried a couple of times, different times, to fix the cookings. And finally, my landlady got to the point where it's like, no, we're not wasting food.
Yeah. Get out of my kitchen.
We're not wasting the food. No, stop it. Yeah, pretty much.
Get
Get out
out.
of my kitchen. If you want to learn how to cook, you can go learn how to cook, but you ain't doing it in my house.
Nope.
And like, but
Oh, but I
I
know
mean, it
so
was
much better than you.
exactly. And this woman like never cooked, but she knew better. Like I can't say much. Like I don't like cooking, but I have cooked, and I know what my stomach can manage to do without getting too angry. So that's
Yeah.
about the extent of my editing what people do for the cooking. If I
Yeah.
think there's going to be too much pepper in there, I can manage a little bit, but I can't manage much. So, I'll say, maybe just a little less pepper and you can put pepper on after the taste. It's not too big of a deal.
Yeah.
And so, that's about the extent of my editing of foods. But yeah, it was like, come on, you seriously. And she didn't like my landlady's food much because but for some reason the plate was always completely cleared off.
Oh yeah.
It
It's not
wasn't
like
worth
I ain't gonna
eating.
eat it.
Wasn't worth eating though. But the plate was cleared off every time. Yeah,
I
Oh,
my
that burns my ass.
yeah,
That burns my ass. And
Yep.
I get the fact that some people like prefer like, oh, I want lemon pepper chicken instead. Okay, fine. We can compromise occasionally. But
yeah,
when someone's just like, this is the way you should make it, even
How
when
you
I don't,
doing?
I'm not there to eat it.
yeah,
That burns my ass.
Yep.
yeah.
Do it
I'm
my
sorry. If
way.
you come to my house to eat, you eat whatever I've served. If I choose to ask you your preference, feel privileged.
Uh-huh.
You know, before I
Yeah.
start cooking. And there ain't no changing your mind halfway through either. If you either
Oh
eat it
yeah.
or you go hungry because I'm not doing extra.
And I'm guilty of this. See, this is where I'm a hypocrite.
Okay.
If I've got something wrong with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like physically wrong with me, a lot of people first response is to tell me what to do,
Yeah.
first aid wise.
Mm-hmm.
However, I've I kind of make it clear in the beginning, I'm not here for that kind of solution.
Yeah.
I haven't said anything because I don't know how to handle this. I'm saying something because I'm annoyed that I have to handle this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I have to
And
stop
and
myself from
and
doing that too. Like,
a lot of people I know, like I will tell people I will share the inflammatory dose list because if you do it wrong, you can be sick. And when you're well, when I was in the emergency room, they didn't print it out for me, but that's beside the point.
yep.
But like there are limits, and if someone's like, I already know how I'm gonna handle this, I will back off. You know, it's like, oh, okay, you have a plan because occasionally it's like like someone will say, oh, I'm bleeding and I can't make it stop because I'm on blood thinners. It's like, get a septic pencil. Like that'll
Yeah.
help clot it up.
Yeah.
Some people
Yeah.
don't know about that, or
Yeah.
they didn't think about it because they're in a panic,
Yeah.
or. And we always like offer each other medical advice, but there is when someone's like, I know what I'm doing, that's not when you keep going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I have a friend. Well, I've been complaining about a wound I have that will not heal.
Uh-oh.
Those are horrible. Yeah.
It will not heal, and I keep flirting with infection. Like it'll get infected, I'll get the infection to stop, and then a week later it'll erupt into an infection again.
Oh
And
shit.
I have cats with claws, and they like to hop on my lap, and their little claws will pierce my bandages.
Damage.
So it's like I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like my friend in New Jersey is like, well, what color is it? And it's like I can tell what an infection is, dude.
Yeah.
Who doesn't know when something's infected?
Right.
Yeah.
And he's giving me a hard time about, well, what about? It's like I've got it handled now,
Yeah.
finally, I think. But like, it is. I've had to move heaven and earth for this.
Mm.
And he's like, well, if you use peroxide,
Oh my god.
I'm using like 5 bottles of peroxide a week on this thing. Leave me alone.
Mm.
I'm telling you in case they have to amputate my fucking leg.
Okay. That's not happening. Please don't make that happen.
No, I think it's okay. It wasn't as red yesterday, but it's not weepy, so I think I'm good.
Okay, good.
I think it's just irritated because I keep messing with it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was always under the impression that. Oh no, I'm doing it again. I ain't gonna even say that. Never mind.
You're doing what again?
I was about to mansplain some hydrogen peroxide to you. Never mind. I'm
You're
shutting up.
allowed.
No, I'm not. I'm
You're
trying to finish
allowed, but
it.
not for
I
40
told you.
minutes.
I
But
know, but I told
that's
you I
the
have to
thing.
stop
It's like
myself
people
from
tell
trying to
other
fix it.
people things because they care about them. Like I
Mhm.
had a friend who was complaining about his cholesterol. I'm like, you need to eat more fiber because that's part of the whole like meds can only do so much. You
Yeah,
must change your diet. And if you're
yeah.
Yes.
not willing to modify your diet all the way, you need more fiber. And they're like laughing at me because it's like, what is I already take a fiber supplement. It's like, but do you take enough of it to
Yeah.
mitigate the grease and the fat and the oil that you are? Oh, I know. And it's like, but how much? And after a while, it's like, okay, you're overdoing it. Leave him alone. Like I had to tell myself, "You're annoying,"
Yeah.
and I know when I'm annoying about things. Like if someone asks for a recipe online, I'll spam them for like hours until they're finally like, "Okay, I'll do it."
Right.
And I gotta stop doing that to people because I don't like it when they do it to me.
Well, I was just about to do what we were just talking about. We don't like to do. Like, don't try to fix it. I didn't ask you for first aid advice. I know what I'm doing. Yes. Okay. I'm not doing it.
My my father's that way. If you give him a problem, he will like walk you through every solution he knows, and it's like,
Yeah.
and it's like, I have a mechanic for that. Like, I don't have the tools anymore to work on my own car and
Right.
all this
Yeah.
other stuff. There was a lot I lost in the move, and a lot that my ex-boyfriend stole, and a lot of, I'm not doing my own car work anymore.
Yeah.
And he's telling me how to fix it. And I'm like, well, one, if I had the tools, I'd have it done already.
Uh huh.
And two, um, didn't I already say I'm taking it to the garage? And then what you do is make sure you got the white grease. And it's like, I'm not doing it.
That's that dismissed thing that they don't hear what you say. It doesn't get past the eardrum.
Right. And I know a friend who does his own car repair, and I need like maybe a dime's worth of white lithium grease
Uh,
for something else in my house. And I'm like, next time you come up, can you bring like a little, put it on some wax paper, and that way I can use it and I don't have to spend $30 for a, a container of it. And they're like, oh, just buy the container. For what? I don't do my own car work anymore.
Right. It
Yeah.
just until it goes bad.
It's like, oh, well, you can have it around, you can use it on tons of stuff. It's that tub is going to outlive me. I'm 50 and I'm not doing my own mechanical work anymore.
Yeah.
No. And where would I store it?
And you don't have children to pass it down to.
Exactly.
Thank you. Yes. Like, I don't want to be one of those people where, like, I've got something with an inch of dust on it because I had a do it yourself moment.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I was going to do one thing, and this is for the one thing, and I had to buy $100 worth of stuff for that one thing,
Oh, I
and now
hate it.
that's just collecting dust under my sink. No!
Yeah.
There's a
Exactly.
reason why we
Exactly
take
why
our
I have
things to
in my
professionals.
drawer.
Yeah.
Let their clutter be clutter that they use, like they use it so much that the dust doesn't form on it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't need a special drill for something, and it's like I do have a drill, but I don't have every bit in the world.
Mhm.
Right.
And I was like, when you come up, can I borrow a drill bit for blah 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 so I can blah blah blah? Well, why don't you buy one? Because I want to spend $20 on it, dude.
When I know you
Yeah.
have one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've got one. I don't need to use it more than once in a while.
I
Like
know he
this.
has it because I bought it for him in 1996.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I buy him all these fucking tools, and then he's got to go get something to do this thing. I was like, well, what about the thing that I bought you that like supposed to grab all the nuts and all the screws and supposed to fix that problem of it stripped out? Oh, well, it doesn't work on these. What? Why not? Because you don't want it to, and you want to go to the store. I don't know.
But I bought it in 1996.
Yeah, you
Oh,
have
well, that.
freaking tool known to man, but you
Well,
don't have the one you need today.
oh, and I love this. That set was metric. Well, I didn't get you a metric one the next year. I got you a
Yep.
regular, an American sized one the next year because you complained that all you
Yeah.
had was metric.
Yep. Yep. Ooh, I've been down that road too, for sure.
Oh, blah, blah, blah. Why'd you separate all the nails into different sizes? Because you're always looking for one.
Yeah.
And if you don't find the right size, you go out and buy another one, and then you find the size that you already had.
Mhm.
And I know it's only $3, but you could have had that $3 for, I don't know, your retirement. I don't know.
Right?
It's just called, you had recycling. I used the clean jars to separate your hardware, and now you're bitching.
Yeah.
Yeah, mixed up nails bug the living daylights out of me. It's like, oh,
You
even when I
too?
have it
You too?
myself. Oh yes, fuck. It's like I have a small jar of nails, a small jar of nails down here, and they are mixed up because it's
People
just not
fucking
enough
mix
of
them
them
up.
to put anywhere.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
not enough to put anywhere to get a container other than this small jar for. Bugs the living daylights out of me when I can't find what I'm looking for in it because I know it's in there, but I end up having to go in under the thing to find one because I can't find it in this little jar. But
Yes.
it's like, yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. I
I
even sat in under the house because there's
uh,
a 4 foot ceiling down there, and like so it's a crawl space, and I've set up a chair in front of this desk that she's got down there, and on top of the desk she's got one of those nail screw trinket things, cabinet
Okay.
things, you
Yeah.
know? And I've actually gone through that and spent hours sitting down there sorting it out because it bugs me when I can't find what I'm looking for, and it should, if it was all sorted out,
Yeah.
much
I
easier
did
to
that to
find.
the garage once, and it wasn't even 2 weeks later, and it was all chaos again, and I'm never doing it again. Just not ever going to do that again. If
see,
you want to live in chaos, go ahead.
my Aunt Grace had a pink toolbox, and this is in the 70s.
Oh my. Yeah.
And every nail, every screw was in a different jar.
Yeah.
She built the shelf that they went on. So there's these little cubby holes with the little drawers. She made every little drawer. Everything was labeled. Everything. Her entire garage wall was organized tools and equipment for doing things. That woman built a sailboat all by herself and sewed the cushions. She sewed everything. The only thing that she bought for the damn thing, other than the hardware and the was a mattress. She didn't make a mattress. Everything else she made. Everything. She even custom made the sails. Her husband can't even use a hammer.
Oh my.
And let's just put it this way. There was a hurricane. She's on the roof fixing her roof. She got blown off the roof. And
Oh
for
my.
about 2 months after that, he was trying to help.
Oh yes. No. No.
He was trying to help with certain things.
Yep.
The woman was sitting there with a broken arm, and she basically chased him out of the house. He ended up at my house. We lived not too far away. While she, with a broken arm, what do you call it? Upgraded their toilet, installed a new toilet, and she's like, "I don't want his help. Keep him away from me."
Living in Calgary with my mom and her boyfriend, she did all the upgrades, everything for the house because he was just one of those guys that handyman. He was a fantastic freaking cook, but handyman he was not. And yeah, same thing. It was like I'm just gonna do it myself because he won't do it and he can't do it anyway. So I'm just gonna do it myself.
I'm not ignoring y'all. I'm stuffing my face right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stuff my face pretty quick. It's just after 5 here.
I got a
5:05.
munchies. I'm eating some Funyuns, and they're very crunchy, so that's why I'm muted.
Ah, crunch, crunch, crunch.
Oh, also, can I just make it clear, like when I have a pet peeve about something, doesn't mean I expect anyone else to agree with me or
Uh-huh.
do as I say.
Uh-huh.
Of
I'm not
course.
the thought police. I'm just letting you know how I like to be treated.
Uh-huh.
And I am a hypocrite and I am aware of that, you know. So, someone's like, "Oh, Faye is just so heavy." It's like Faye has realizes she is a flawed human being.
Mhm.
I can I can be flexible, but if I tell you, no, thank you, or I already know what I'm gonna do, or I've got a plan,
Mhm.
stop.
Yep. Just stop.
Mhm.
I agree. I don't ever pretend to speak for all women or anything.
No, no. I don't like the thought police that has shown up on Twitter lately.
Mhm.
Like, you're using the wrong adjective. Sorry.
Mm.
Please flame me now. Roll
Yep.
me in salt. Tack me
Yep.
on a wall. Watch me cry.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that that was um a disinfectant. I meant to say a cleaner.
Yeah.
you know,
Yep.
just please. Uh, no disinfectant will do 100% of the germs. I know. I know. It's on the bottle. I'm
Yep.
sorry. I'm sorry. Please don't hurt me. Please. I'm in the corner. Please don't hurt me for being wrong.
At least I'm not to say. I'm not afraid to say, "Oh, I was wrong about that." There's a lot of people who won't ever admit when they're wrong.
Oh yeah.
Well, someone can sit there and bring something to me and say this is correct, and I'll be like, that article says it's correct, but I'm not fully on board. I'll give that a 75% might be right.
Yeah.
You're terrible. That's because I don't buy. I'm not very good at black and white thinking. Like this solution does not. It's not a one size fits all for everything for me.
Mhm.
Like if I had known Einstein and he's like, I'm looking for a theory of everything, I would have pointed at him and laughed. You know, Smartest person in the world at the time, and I would have been like, everything? No. There's no solution to everything. There's no explanation for everything.
Mhm.
But then again, I could be wrong. So, 75%.
Yeah.
Ah! I can't do
Yeah.
it.
My theory on that is humans are just too dumb to figure that out. Even the smart ones are just too dumb. So, we won't have to worry about finding the answer to everything because we can't.
Right, like right
You
now,
know,
my cats are playing car mechanic.
are they awesome?
Yeah, Finney's on his back underneath the step stool. She's on the step stool, and he's wiggling his butt back and forth, so it looks funny. But he's trying to attack her through the hole in the step stool, and she's wagging his tail, and the tail is making his belly twitch, so he keeps rolling back and forth, so it's hysterical, and I like that.
Oh.
Yeah,
Fun to watch.
someone else could observe that and say they're doing something else, and that's fine. Maybe I'm wrong about what they're doing here, but I just look at that like they're playing car mechanic right now. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're playing something else. I don't know.
they're
My observation only gives so much information.
they're playing cute and adorable.
It's the size of the feet
Yeah. Oh yeah,
that
his
are
feet.
waving about that really amuse me.
Yes, they are definitely gloved. It's like they got boxing gloves or something on.
Oh, it's so funny.
They're so big.
It is so funny.
Can you hear me crunching?
Yes.
We
Okay.
hear the. I don't know if I hear you crunching, but I hear the bag going once in a while. Yeah. Yeah, it's you know, I figure we're dumb. We're too dumb to know everything. I don't think we'd ever can say for 100% sure how the beginning of the universe happened, because there is no
Stuff and
100%.
things. Uh huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is no.
Only thing I know is it wasn't farted out.
Yeah, it wasn't puked out by a god going blah.
I can think of one thing that would kill all germs, but it's not very practical.
Nuclear bomb.
Okay.
A nuclear bomb.
If you go outside without shoes, you're in trouble.
I wouldn't be surprised if something would survive, though. And its
Yeah.
name is currently in the White House. On his way out.
Cockroach.
Like a cockroach, yeah.
Yeah. Be
Mm.
like, I don't know. I don't know. That's another thing that has me hypersensitive lately.
Oh, I feel so much
Cockroaches.
better. No, I feel better. He lost. It'll be over soon, and he'll be gone. And either we won't ever hear from him again because he's so embarrassed, or he'll go find some other form of entertainment for himself and still find a way to pretend to be relevant. It doesn't matter to me as long as he's not running my country anymore.
Exactly.
So,
Although
yeah.
I'm really kind of this whole like I get he had the right to demand a recount,
Hmm.
but when you've lost by so much, doing this whole court thing, no evidence thing, blah 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 thing, just to and his some of his followers are like, I'd die for him if he just says the word. We're gonna bring out our guns and take the country, and it's like, what
Hmm.
the hell is wrong with you?
He's a
Yeah.
narcissist. And if he can't
Civil.
No, I'm
be
talking about his
effective,
followers. They're
I know that's
dangerous,
what
and
I
he's
was
just
trying to say.
making it worse.
Yeah.
It's not so much him anymore that bothers me as much as the people who are. I get it. Like can't tell you how many times the electoral college kicked in and it was like, that's not my president. Let's go by the popular vote. I'm one of those people, but that doesn't mean I sit there and go, well, it's time for an insurrection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm going to bodily remove that and force the world to. No, I recognize the system at hand. And
Yeah.
in my brain, even if, it's like, okay, he didn't get the popular vote. Thank God. But he did get in through the electoral college. Okay, I recognize that. I recognize that. Part of my brain says, no! But,
Yeah.
I recognize that.
Rudy, stop.
Mhm.
That doesn't mean that gives me the right to physically, threaten other citizens.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. When you have a narcissist like that, they guilt their followers into standing up for them. You know?
Uh-huh.
And when you have followers like that, hateful people who just they need a safe space to be hateful, is that's the scary part. I agree. It's the followers that are scary because Trump is a lame duck now. Fuck him. You
Yeah,
know.
well, I run into that issue all the time on Twitter, where you have someone with a very big account, and their followers are just like, they can sit there and say, oh, well, you're an asshole, and you're this and that and the other thing, and next thing you know, you're being attacked. Well, and they're repeating what they said, and they're just like making shit up,
Yeah.
imagining what you're like, imagining what you said. And
Yeah.
it's like, show me. And they're like, I don't have to. This is what
Yeah.
so and so said. So you're terrible. It's like, I'm being misquoted. that's not what I said. And it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, it does. So we're going to yell at you for like a week. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. What the fuck is wrong with you?
And then people are like, you should forgive that person because, they're like looking out for number one and they're sensitive and they had a hard life. And it's like, who doesn't have a hard life? Get over yourselves.
Yep, exactly.
Again, what kind of life are you imagining me to have? I don't know about you, but do you keep running into people who are just like, well, your life is great, so you need to be like extra delicate with someone's life who isn't great? It's like, what do you mean? What do
That's
you
stupid.
mean?
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Like, if you met my best friend, you wouldn't know that he's had 2 family members murdered 10 years apart.
Wow.
Oh.
And one was 16.
Oh.
Jeez.
They dumped her body on the street.
Oh, that's sad.
I mean, like, you meet him as like, you can't assume that somebody's life has been great
Yeah.
just because they're
yeah.
not presenting as a wounded animal 24/7.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know, there's only one type of person that does that.
Well, there's people that let you know how shitty their life is, and there's people that keep it to themselves. I am
Yeah.
the latter most of the time.
Yeah. But there's also people that will present as a wounded animal 24/7, and it's like, really, and that kind of person is mostly an attention horse.
Yep.
You know, while I sit there and my back's freaking killing me because we got foggy and shit today, I still sit here and smile and
Right. That's why I turned
dwell
my
at
camera
it all
off.
the time.
That's why I turned off my camera, because I'm having to get up and down and do like weird contortionist moves to make my back stop hurting, because I'm in pain right now. But I wasn't gonna let it bring me down.
Yeah,
Or anybody
exactly.
else.
It's like you don't know what people go through until they tell you, and yeah.
Yeah, I've had about all I can stand of Twitter. I'm glad I'm there for, supporting my channel or whatever. I'm just so fucking tired of social media in general. Everybody's so
My Twitter is much better than it was.
Ooh.
I have blocked and muted to the point where I'm comfortable with it. Although there's 2 people lately who are on the verge of being blocked.
Yep.
Both men.
Of course.
Yeah,
I don't think I've got but a couple of females on my block list. Most of the ones I've blocked are guys.
Look what I got.
What you got? Let me think. Wait, let me make you big.
It's a moist cocoa butter lotion. My moisturizer that I really like is really old, so I got this stuff, and it actually doesn't smell bad.
Oh, you're freezing up on me.
That's the biggest thing I have with it is it ends up smelling bad. Is my camera being wonky? That's the camera.
So
just
what
a second.
is that stuff? I can't read the label. I'm partially blind, remember?
Okay, I just have to
I see a
change
brown
cameras.
bottle.
It's a
It's like you're freezing up on me, and I don't know if it's my connection or
is this better?
Yeah,
there you go. Okay, yeah, I just had to go into the settings. It's a moisturizer, cocoa butter lotion.
Okay.
And normal to dry skin is the Equate brand. It's the Walmart brand one.
Yeah, I got Queen Helene brand.
It says non-greasy with pure cocoa butter, hypoallergenic, and dermatologist tested. I don't necessarily buy anything because it's hypoallergenic or dermatology tested, because half the time the scents they put in it like burn my nose and make me cry.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I couldn't smell this before I bought it, and I ended up I'm like, well, odds are it'll be okay. So I went and I brought it home, and it ended up being okay, because the usual stuff that I buy, it's a AVO lotion by Opie, and they're at some salons and stuff. And the cranberry one is good, and the blueberry one is good. I haven't gotten a blueberry one in years. I haven't seen it around. I think it's been discontinued. And I my bottle that I have that I can use is a few years old now, and it's like, is it gonna? I'm just like iffy now as for using the darn stuff.
Yeah. Well,
So
I need a good lotion right now because my skin is cracking and I've got a
this,
hole. Well, I've got a hole in my foot from skin crack, but I also have a hole
oh,
in my shoulder
oh
because I had
no,
fallen and ripped a hole in myself, and I have to. Lotion helps me heal.
yeah.
So.
Well, the like I said, this stuff is pretty good. It's yeah. I like the don't mind the feel of it.
Mhm.
And it seems pretty decent because I'm starting to get the dry skin too. I got some lip balm Nivea strawberry shine. Seems okay too.
The back, I don't know about you, but the back of my hands will rip open if my skin gets too dry.
No, I usually well my dry skin is eczema,
Uh-huh.
and the OP stuff was the only thing I found years ago that wasn't the prescription stuff that actually worked.
Yeah.
So, it's either that or buy a prescription bottle of a tube of cream that's the size of my finger for $100, and that was, I couldn't afford to do that after I wasn't working.
Do you two ladies mind entertaining while I go tend to nature?
Go
And
ahead.
okay, and I got boots.
I have to waterproof my boots. I
Uh,
I I already did the one coating, but I have to do the second coating. You know how it is.
yeah, well,
But I'm not quite done with the water coating yet,
uh,
and we're supposed to get snow tomorrow night. So.
uh, well, my old boots that I've got are I thought they had a crack in them, but I looked at them and they didn't actually have a crack in them. So I'm thinking that there's a crack in the side somewhere, just a small one that
Mhm.
lets water in because the bottom will get really, really wet.
I
So I,
see.
I wanted, I got these at the thrift store. Thrift store for the win. And I got a pair of these.
Oh,
They're
cool.
little ones and they got fluffies, you know,
Nice.
except on the right one, the toe is a little short. Like my feet are a little bit too long for that one. Like the right foot's always way bigger than the left, but I figured they'll be good enough for. And they were expensive. They were $4 a pair, really expensive.
Oh
Is
dear.
that a hole in it? Huh.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, there's holes. Maybe it's air. I don't know. Maybe the sole has holes, like the
I know I have to gorilla glue my sandals back together
oh
because it's not sandal season.
no, it's not
And even though
sandals.
they have sandals online, I've got weird feet.
Mm-hmm.
So I really do have to try things on before I bring them home.
Yes, me too.
But I wear sandals like all year round
Yep.
in the house, and mine are breaking. The last fall I did, I tore part of the shoe.
Oh no.
So I really need to gorilla glue this back together so that I can, you know?
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like, and I don't have to. I won't be needing to um find the words, Nadine. I won't need to do as much shoveling this year because we got that thing going on where I don't need to. The
Huh?
the shelter around my door, so I won't
there's
need.
an awning over it now.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
there's
okay.
it's kind of sheltered there now,
Mhm.
and so I won't need to shovel as much as I would normally have to. So that's good. But still, you need to have nice boots just once in a while, just in case.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
sometimes you're gonna got to.
I'm trying to figure out how I can uh, kind of make things right here,
Yeah,
and I'm running out of ideas.
yeah.
I'm really kind of nervous about a whole bunch,
Yeah.
and I don't know how long I'm gonna last.
Oh, yep. Well, I kind of understand the vagueness.
Well,
you
there.
know.
I need a new stove. I need a new floor. I need a ceiling fan. I need. This place does need to get painted because it has been like 40 years since it's been last painted,
Yeah.
and a couple other things. And, you know, like the landlord's willing to do everything, but at the same time, if he does it, it's just going to take 6 months.
Yeah.
And I don't want him here every day for 6 months.
Yeah.
I'll go out of my mind.
I'm back.
Yeah. I don't blame you. No need for Faye to go out of her mind.
Don't do that, please.
No. Like yesterday, I had like 3 different conversations that stressed me out to the point where my body felt like piano strings.
You have to stop doing that to yourself. Don't take on anything that kittens can't fix.
Exactly. Well, right now they are just like being very cute and precocious, and I just love how precious they are.
Aw.
Pretty babies. I
That's
love your
awesome.
kitties.
They are.
Yay.
They are really fun.
Awesome.
But the best photos I can take of them are ones where they're sleeping, because otherwise they're always in motion and turn out to be blur.
Yeah. I had the same problem with the pups. What? So yeah, I had the same problem to get them to be still. That's why most of the pictures I have of them is when they're asleep, because it's the only time. And they're so cute when they're sleeping, aren't you, baby? Mr. Peanut is so sweet. He's my baby. Who's a good boy?
Aw.
It's crazy here today. The kids are out of school. The neighbors are home. It's crazy. But it's Tuesday and I don't have to cook, so I'm not stressing myself.
Yay.
I've done as much housekeeping as I feel like doing today.
Yay.
I don't want to do any housekeeping today.
Yeah, I have to every day. Otherwise, it's ridiculous in here.
Well, I have to, but I don't want to today.
Oh, I never want to.
Oh, sometimes I need to.
There's always
Like,
that need to, but
if someone makes me very, 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 very angry, like very angry, beyond angry, I will trash my apartment just so I have something to do. I will take things I will throw things on the ground. Just throw everything on the ground and then spend the next couple hours putting everything right.
that's funny. I have tendency to do that with, like, I'll pick one area and completely redo it.
Hmm.
And I've had the urge lately to rearrange the furniture. It's like, no, you can't rearrange the furniture. It literally only fits one way in here. It's just, yeah. I keep trying to reorganize, and my house is quickly filling up like the other one did because someone won't stop bringing shit home. And it's like, stop bringing this stuff to the house. There's nowhere to put it.
Well, in
Stop
a
it.
year and a half, I have to start saving now, because in a year and a half, I'm going to need new couches,
Yep.
because the cats are really like, these things came in with scratch marks, but now, uh, um,
Oh my
what
God!
they're
How did she get out? Go get her. How the hell did she get out?
My.
Fat dog escaped again.
China
Yes. She keeps
again.
making new holes in the fence. Just when I think I've got her pinned in, she finds some other way to get the fuck out, and it's making me crazy.
I'm so sorry.
Aw.
Well, it's not a huge deal. It's just really annoying.
Yeah.
It's just really annoying because I give other in the neighborhood a hard time about letting their dogs run loose, and then when
Yeah.
mine gets out, I look like a big asshole. No, get away from there. I will get the hose. I have to go shoot my dogs. I'll be back.
Okay. No, I'm definitely gonna need new couches.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Oh.
It's really bad.
Oh. That sucks.
Well, these guys are teething and
Yeah.
scratching, and I
They're
don't
children.
need stuff to look. I don't need stuff to look perfect because everything I've got is used.
My uncle used to upholster furniture. Have you looked into that? Or would it just be
As
cheaper
I
to?
said, this stuff came in broken.
Yeah.
Like seriously, like the couches don't have legs. They don't have this. There's
Oh, okay.
and with the way they're scratching things up, like part of my brain is like it's gonna cost money to fix that, and if I spend $200 more, I can get a brand new couch.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not gonna get $1,000 couch.
Yeah.
No way.
Oh my
But I
God.
do want a certain type of couch.
Yeah.
For
So
those who are wondering, I only shoot my dogs with water and vinegar. I don't shoot them with anything else. But I do shoot them. No, Caramel, that's not yours. No, ma'am. That is not yours. Holy crap, holy. I just love days like this.
It'll be all right.
Oh yeah, this is my life. Y'all don't understand. This is what I do all day. I jump up and down out of my chair and referee either dogs or children. If the kids are at school, it's dogs I have to referee. So yeah, that's nothing I haven't done to myself. I'm the one that wanted to procreate many years ago.
Oh, the couch I wanted is on sale.
Nice.
Oh.
It's 34. Oh no, there's only one.
Oh shit.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Oh, that's not
Call Dad.
fair.
Dad, I need this couch right now.
It's not fair.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, there's only one left. But it is on sale. It is on sale.
Yay.
No, Peanut, that's not yours. That's not your toy.
If I had it my way, yeah, I would get this, and that would be the end of it.
So throw that link out in the side chat. Maybe somebody will buy you a couch.
Nope.
What? Come on.
They have to grow for a year and a half, so
They
the
have to
sale will be
grow?
over anyway.
They have to grow?
Kitties.
Sorry.
Yeah, the kitties have to grow up for a year and a half.
I got a little behind there.
Yeah, the kittens have to grow up a bit more before she's going to get a new couch. She
Gotcha.
needs a new couch when they do.
Yeah, like, they could say, $50 couch, it's be like, no, you're still going to claw the crap out of it right now.
Yeah.
I can see a cow from my back door, y'all.
But as I said, my couches don't have legs.
Thank you for this dog.
part of their interiors is broken, and then I have to pay to have them
I fix it. Leave it alone.
taken away.
Yeah.
Marley Boone, get your goddamn hands off of it. I said leave it alone.
Oh my.
Hell, she don't listen to nothing.
Well,
She
neither
don't
do
listen.
I.
Damn,
I
it's getting worse as she gets older, and I'm just like, I don't know how much of it I can attribute to her ADHD, or how much is it she's just trying to be a fucking brat, or what. I don't know. I'm still new at this ADHD shit.
I understand. I used to be a nanny for ADHD kids.
Yeah,
Oh, it was a pain in the butt.
it's hard to tell when they're being, to something they can't help to something that they could help.
Yep.
Oh, we used to use it for an excuse for everything until we got used to it.
Yeah.
And then it was like, yeah, I don't buy it. You're just being bratty right now.
Yeah, because she is so well behaved at school. There's no reason she can't be well behaved at home. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
And she goes out of her way to be naughty here sometimes. I believe that's a true thing because she's got this little twinkle in her eye, like, let me see what I can get away with, you know? And
Oh,
all Granny's going to do is yell at me. What's the big deal, I don't know.
Oh.
I'm probably going to have to cut this off here in a few minutes, though. It's time for my kitty to have her crack.
Oh, yeah.
She really gets upset when I'm late.
I'm telling you, it's the best training method.
It absolutely is. Now, when she goes outside, she always comes back in because there is no kitty crack outside and to be had anywhere.
Hey, I've got a tiger sitting on my chest now because he realizes what time it is.
Yep. 3 o'clock is kitty crack time.
Well, 5 here. I've got 50 minutes to go. But, oh, here he is.
Hi.
Hi.
I gave him the kitty crack, and he instantly started to turn into a demanding dancing tiger because he wanted more.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, no, honey, I'm not replacing your food with kitty crack.
Yeah.
But he wants me to. He's trying to convince me.
The first time I ever bought any, I gave her like the whole pouch worth.
Uh-huh.
I put it on a plate and gave it to her. Well, she didn't even eat a third of it. And the rest of it just dried out. So I've learned just leave it in the pouch and give her about a third of a pouch every day. Let her lick it off the end, and she's happy. And then I keep the pouch in a zippy bag until it's empty.
Yeah, I've got Finley will suck a pouch dry in about 3 minutes.
That's great.
Fiona takes longer because she's more dainty.
Yeah, Biddy wants to get it quick, but she's also like, slow down, Mom, because she'll drop it if she doesn't, if I go too fast.
Yeah.
But we have a ritual now that if we do it, because I always put the zippy bag down because I give it to her on the bed. I put it down on the bed like something to catch any drips and drops so it doesn't get on the bed. And so we finish our little 1/3 or whatever, and then I point out the spots that she's dropped, and she'll go down there and get them off the zippy bag, and then we'll put it away.
Finley doesn't drop any.
She usually only drops it if I'm squeezing it too fast.
Aw. It's a good bonding thing, though, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, yes. She loves me so much more now that I give her kitty crack. It's ridiculous. She lets me hold her and snuggle with her, and she purrs and things like that. So. All stuff she did not do when she was an outdoor cat and we were not close. But Tornado brought us all closer.
And it's good to know, like, little details about them. And once you learn those details, they're pretty much, like, lovely.
Well, I'm so grateful that you taught me the slow blinking thing because I think that has made so much difference. That was one of the first things I learned about having a cat was doing the slow blink thing. And it absolutely works on her. It absolutely works on her. She gets so happy and relaxed when we do that.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yes.
That's something so simple to like, oh, okay. That'll make you feel better about being looked at. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, though, I have a tiger who's trying to suffocate me with his body.
Don't fart, Finley.
I don't think he's going to. He's just begging for kitty crack. He's early.
Yeah, it's time.
It's early. I can't do it yet.
Yeah, I went to the bathroom a while ago, and Kitty was sitting there, and she's like, meow, meow. It's like 5 minutes before 3 o'clock at that point. Now? Is it time? Now? Now? Now?
Aww.
It's not that I've never been late with the kitty crack. As long as she gets it once a day, she's good. But I try to do it at the same time every day, just for her sake.
Yeah.
I wanna hit somebody.
Oh dear. Well, if I was nearby, I'd let you use me for a punching bag, but damn bad luck, I'm not close enough.
I stupidly looked at the COVID numbers for my state.
Oh, stop doing that to yourself.
Can't help it.
Yes, you can.
Well, I've stopped looking for like Atlantic Canada. We're well under control. The only cases we get are from outside.
Yeah.
And
there are more infections outside the city than inside the city right now.
Yeah. And
that's crazy.
We have so many, like Alberta is getting upset because they're getting locked down more. Yeah, that's because you guys aren't freaking listening and getting control of this shit.
Yeah.
You know,
all I can say is that, hello, Texas here. If we survive this at all, it's going to be remarkable and historical.
Yeah.
Because there's so much stupid down here.
Alberta is pretty much Canada's Texas. So you can imagine how bright a lot of them are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to convince my friend that when and if a vaccine becomes available, whether or not he's going to get it.
Yeah.
His idea is viruses go to him to die, and my attitude is get the fucking vaccine.
What? Viruses go to him to die?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
We have an argument all the time about his invincible steel body.
Oh, fuck off.
Because he thinks he's got an invincible steel body, and, you know, like, nothing can hurt him, basically.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it's like, you are not a robot. You need sleep. You need proper nutrition. No, invincible steel body. And I'm like, no, that's
when I go
not how it goes.
Guilt trip. If you care about me like you say you do, you will do this because I'm asking you to do this. And if for no other reason, because I'm asking you and I'm important to you. And oh my God, I get so mad sometimes that when I have to go there.
Yeah. Oh, if I do that, he'll never do what I ask.
Oh, that's terrible.
Ever.
Why do you subject yourself to such things?
Well, what he tells me is if I ask him to do, like, make a change like that, like a lifestyle change, he's like, part of me originally even if I was thinking about doing it on my own, the minute it comes out of your mouth, I don't want to do it. That's what he told me.
Okay.
And I'm like, you're getting older. Maybe you should take a baby aspirin a day because, like, half his family has died from heart disease.
Yeah.
You know, it's like one of those 81 milligram baby aspirin things every day. Yeah. And he's just like, no. And I'm like, what? It's not a big deal. It's not even that expensive.
Yeah.
Isn't that better than, you know, it's like, dude, you don't go to the doctor or anything.
Yeah, but
it's not a blood thinner. It
is.
Well, like, it's not a blood thinner like the other blood thinners that you get from, I don't know, the pharmacy where if you scratch yourself, you bleed to death. like a little bit of baby aspirin right before he goes to bed. I'm not even talking about all day. I'm talking about right before he goes to bed. I don't want to take it. Well, he was thinking about doing it before I asked him to do it, and then when I asked him to do it, he's like, "No."
No.
It's like, really?
Yeah.
Why would you? Why would you like defy me like that, asshole? Asshole.
Has
Because you're not
reasons.
a doctor, maybe? I don't know.
It's not even. It's not even anything you need a doctor's permission for. He's not on anything.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's like, we're getting up there. It's like even like, dude, do you ever think about taking a multivitamin? Invincible steel body.
Mm-mm. I
It's
don't know
like,
how you stand it.
no, you cannot live off of Dr. Pepper and Slim Jims.
You must truly love this person because that's the only way I can see putting up with it because that's how my husband's very similar to this friend you talk about. And
Oh, we talk about that all the time, don't we, Angie?
I love him dearly. I'm not changing who he is. I'm learning who he is. It's been 20 years and I ain't going nowhere. But at the same time, I have to change how I deal with it because I can't do another 20 years of passive aggression. I have to stop bottling it up and blowing up at the end, because that's not
Yeah,
healthy.
passive aggression doesn't really feel good either.
Yeah, but he gets very upset if I am
Direct.
unhappy. Well, if I'm just unhappy in any way. But if I say that I'm unhappy, he has to minimize it. Oh, well, it's not that bad in whatever form of words that he chooses to use. Oh, it's not all that bad. And then he's going to dismiss it and say something. Oh, well, mine's just as bad or mine's worse than you. And I get nowhere with that shit. I get nowhere. So I'm just not going to let it continue. The last couple of times I've said I'm upset about something and he starts going, I'm like, you need to stop talking right now and just say, I'm sorry. I will try to remember not to do that anymore.
You know what else drives me nuts though?
Mm-hmm.
When his arm hurts or his leg hurts or he wants me to fix it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Too many guys are looking for a mom. At some point, you got to grow up.
Yeah, I
Well,
was dating a guy like that needed a mom, and it's like, no,
I ain't your mama.
exactly. I ain't your mama.
I am an unpaid massage therapist.
Yes.
And when
I'm an
his
unpaid chef
shoulder went
and
out,
housekeeper.
when his shoulder went out and I slapped on the TENS machine shock pads,
Yeah.
he was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "You told me you wanted me to fix it." And I
Yeah.
was like, "And this is the best way I know to deal with that kind of pain."
Yeah.
And he's like, that's a TENS machine." I'm like, "Uh-huh." I
Uh-huh.
was like, "I'll let you turn the dial until it is slightly uncomfortable because you don't want me guessing what the rate will be."
Yeah.
You know? So he did it, but I'm not going to sit there and work on like bursitis or frozen shoulder with that help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to destroy my hands.
Yep.
I love the TENS machine, nerdy. I almost called you rodent. I'm sorry.
Brodent.
Yeah, because he is a mouse.
Yeah,
But
nerdy and not brodent.
like I have a TENS machine. I use it. Blah blah blah. But I also have separate shock pads for when he's here,
Yeah.
so that I can slap them on and turn it on. Because if I don't do that at least once a year, his shoulder will freeze up.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
it's like, dude, just listen to me. And with the whole inflammation thing, I'm the one who works on that shoulder, so why shouldn't he take care of it? It's like, I want you to stretch. And he's like, yeah, resisting. It's like, what? I'm not asking you to, like, buy $1,000 machine or, like scale a mountain for me. I'm asking you to fucking stretch daily.
Yeah.
I don't wanna.
Mm-hmm.
I get the privilege of like beating you up when you're here then?
No, I don't want to get beaten up.
I hate to cut y'all off, but it got really quiet, and
It's alright.
that's always bad when you have kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably should go and parent for a little while. We've
Okay.
been going an hour and
Okay.
a half. That's pretty good on my channel. I made it more than an hour.
Yay.
It's not the quantity, it's the quality.
That's right.
Yeah.
But
So thank you, Nerdy, for coming in and sticking around with us. It says
Mhm.
there's 3 people here, but I'm thinking that's us. So thanks, Nerdy, for sticking around. Anybody that comes by and watches later, enjoy. Transmission
uh-huh.
for the wind, yes. And everybody say bye to the people out in YouTube land.
Bye.
Bye.